Hello everybody, welcome to another lesson by me, Miss Pythagoras. In this lesson, I will explain the remainder theorem. This is lesson 1 of 4. Have you subscribed yet? You can also visit my website. The link is in the comments below. There you will find all the chapters in the syllabus. Let's start with the maths. The remainder theorem states that if a polynomial f of x is divided by a linear polynomial ax plus b, then the remainder r equals f of minus b over a. So what this means is, in the end, you will find the remainder when you take ax plus b and you say ax plus b is equal to 0 and you solve x and x is equal to minus b over a. So then in x's place into the polynomial f of x, you will substitute minus b over a and then the answer will be the remainder. Example 1. Use the remainder theorem to determine the remainder when f of x is equal to, and then I give you the polynomial there, if it's divided by x minus 1. F of x is being divided by x minus 1. Therefore, the remainder is equal to f of plus 1. So what you do is you go to x minus 1, you equate it to 0 and you see that x is equal to plus 1. So how this works is you write down your polynomial and then in x's place, everywhere where you see an x, you substitute plus 1. Then this becomes 1 cubed is 1 times 6 is 6. Then 1 squared is 1 times minus 11 is minus 11 plus 1 plus 5. And then when you add all of that, your answer is 1. So that means when f of x is divided by x minus 1, the remainder is 1. Example 2. Use the remainder theorem to determine the remainder when f of x, and then f of x is given there, is divided by 2x plus 1. F of x is being divided by 2x plus 1. Therefore, the remainder is equal to f of minus a half. So that means you will take 2x plus 1 and you will equate it to 0 and then you will solve x. So x will be minus a half. Now you will take f of x and everywhere where you see an x, you will substitute minus a half. Therefore, it becomes minus a half cubed is minus an eighth plus 4 times minus a half squared is a quarter, and then here a minus times a minus is plus a half plus 3, and then 4 and 4 will cancel and you're left with minus an eighth plus 1 plus a half plus 3, and that is equal to 35 over 8. So that means when f of x is divided by 2x plus 1, the remainder is 35 over 8 or 4,375. Now, in example 3, the remainder is given and suddenly there's another variable other than x that you have to calculate. So the question says when h of x is equal to, and then I give you x to the 3 minus mx squared plus x plus 1, if h of x is divided by x minus 3, the remainder is 4. Can you see? Now the remainder is given. In the previous two examples, I asked for the remainder. The question here says, determine the value of m. So what you're going to do, h of 3 is equal to 4. This means that the remainder is 4 when h of x is divided by x minus 3. So all of this means you will take h. In x's place, you will substitute 3, positive 3, because you will say x minus 3 is 0, x is equal to 3. And then this part of the sum, you will equate h of x to 4, to the remainder. Therefore, into h, in x's place, everywhere where you see an x, you will substitute 3. 3 to the 3 minus m times 3 squared plus 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Then 3 cubed is 27 minus 3 squared is 9m plus 3 plus 1 is 4 is equal to 4, the remainder. So here you equated h of x to the remainder. Now you will let 4 walk across and 27 will walk across, and you end with minus 9m equals minus 27. And then you can solve m, so you will divide away the negative 9. Therefore, m is equal to 3. Now here in example 4, your knowledge of simultaneous equations will come in handy. The question says when g of x, and then I give you g of x, is equal to, and have a look here, kx to the 3 minus 3x squared plus px plus 6. Can you see suddenly there's two variables other than x? If that thing is divided by x minus 1, the remainder is equal to 1. And when g of x is divided by x minus 2, the remainder is 2. Determine the values of k and p. So now it's very clear that we will use simultaneous equations. So first of all, you will jot down g of x, and then they said that the remainder is 1. So then you will equate g of x to 1. And now in x's place, it was given that it's divided by x minus 1, therefore x is equal to 1. So now everywhere where you see an x, you will substitute 1. So it becomes k times 1 cubed minus 3 times 1 squared plus p times 1 plus 6 is equal to 1. Then it turns into k minus 3 plus p plus 6 is equal to 1. And then negative 3 plus 6 is plus 3. And now you can let the 3 walk across, 1 minus 3, and it becomes negative 2. And then I made k the subject of the formula. And then you give it a name. This is equation 1. Back to the given part. When g of x is divided by x minus 2, the remainder is 2. And that is what's going to form your second equation. So now you will take g of x, and here you will equate it to 2 because the remainder is 2. Now what to substitute into x's place? You go to x minus 2, therefore x is equal to 2. And everywhere where you see an x, you will substitute 2. Then this becomes 2 to the 3 is 8k minus 2 squared is 4 times negative 3 is negative 12 plus 2p plus 6 is 2. And then you will say negative 12 plus 6 is negative 6, and then negative 6 will walk across and it becomes plus 6, and on the right hand side 2 plus 6 is 8. Then that is equation number 2, and you give it a name. Now it's your knowledge of simultaneous equations that you're going to use here, where you will say substitute number 1 into number 2. There's number 2. Everywhere where you see k, you will substitute minus b minus 2. Well, there's only one k, so you will do it once. Therefore, 8 will multiply in, and you end with negative 8b minus 16 plus 2p is equal to 8. Now you will add all your like terms on the left hand side, and you will say negative 8p plus 2p is negative 6p. And you will let the negative 16 walk across to the right hand side, and it becomes plus 16. Then on the right hand side, 8 plus 16 is 24, and now we will divide away negative 6 both sides. Therefore, p is equal to minus 4. Then substitute p is equal to negative 4 into either number 1 or number 2. I chose number 1. Therefore, k is equal to minus p minus 2. K is minus bracket minus 4 minus 2. And then k's value is equal to 2. Now you know everything about the remainder theorem. Click on the video in the right-hand corner to take you straight to the next lesson. There I will explain the factor theorem.